in domestic violence too, meaning she'll go upside his head just like he'll go upside her head. But when he goes upside her head, she's far more likely to report it than when he just takes it and just goes on about his life.
A paper that John Archer, a psychologist in England, published in the year 2000, where he looked at 64 surveys that had been done of general populations, asking about how they resolve conflict in their family, and found some very startling results, startling at that time anyway. The results that he found was that women were more likely to be perpetrators of domestic violence, or sometimes called intimate partner violence, than were men. It was not a large difference, but it was a substantial difference nevertheless, and shocking to people who had this preconceived notion that all domestic violence was male perpetrated. That's not what Archer was finding. In fact, if you use a statistic called the D prime, which looks at the distribution of injuries for women and the distribution of injuries for men, you find that these two distributions almost overlap. Women are just slightly more likely to be injured, 0.05, a 20th of a standard deviation. In other words, not very much, even if you're not statistically oriented. And again, that's kind of shocking because we think of women as primary victims, in some cases sole victims of domestic violence. That's not what the data tell us.
And if you're a man, I don't even need that to explain that to you, because you know how you react if you were to be hit by a woman. You wouldn't go and report it to the police. You would damn near be made fun of for doing that. So you just kind of take it and you allow it to happen. Whilst if a man were to ever do that to a woman, it would be reported. So male violence in terms of women.
Stop doing what I asked. Shit. Bitch, you hit me, we done. Shit, fuck that. You're checking out the Poor Man's Podcast, Reacts. Go ahead and support his channel. Hit the thumbs up button.
Committing violence against men is heavily underreported. Almost never reported, I dare say. And in my own personal life, I dare say too, I've seen more women be physically violent towards men than I have men be physically violent towards women. That's just the truth. That's my perspective right there.
All abusive people are psychopaths.
True. That's true. Some of them are narcissistic.
Yeah, but not all abusive people are narcissists.
Some of them are just trauma responding and they overreact.
Not all of them are doing that either. Yeah, abuse.
Name a type of abuse that
from
somebody.
You is so broad that encompasses everything. Encompasses emotional,
it's the degradation.
physical, psychological.
It's the degradation. It's the calculated degradation of another individual without remorse, feeling, or care. It's not a trauma response, in other words. Now, what you saw of me in the last show was me trauma responding. So I did hurt people's feelings, and I said things that were, you could say...
Well, so basically now what she's saying is, when I do it, it's because I've had childhood trauma. But when you do it, it's because you're narcissistic and you have some type of ill will towards me.
Right.
You could say abusive. But I really was... I have very complex traumas. I could spend
but isn't it
a lot of time telling you
But isn't it
about
awful convenient to say, when I do it, it's excused. When you do it, it's because you're a psychopath.
Right.
Well, to be honest with you, you're a predator. I'm not.
Well, you're not a predator?
No.
What makes me predatory and you not predatory?
I don't go out seeking to hurt people. You do.
Who do I go out to seek to hurt?
Me.
How did I seek to hurt you?
You are seeking to show the followers that I am basically not worth living, not worth speaking, not worth breathing.
What are you talking about?
Not worth having an...
This is the issue. These are all her internal interpretations of what he said, even though that's not what he meant to say at all. So she thinks that he's saying these things in order to be psychopathic to hurt her, when really she doesn't understand that really she's just internalizing, or I don't even want to say internalizing, because even saying that word just makes me feel disgusting. But she's perceiving it as if he's trying to hurt her, when really he's just having a conversation.
An opinion. My opinion...
Well, if your opinion is bad, then yes, your opinion... So, look at...
You are a very condescending person.
Try to juxtapose yourself, put yourself in my shoes for a second, okay? Let us assume for a second that I had some knowledge. So
I was raised by your type.
Assume for a second... well, they didn't raise you right, but assume for a second...
No, I just... diverted to something else.
Okay, so anyway, back to this real quick. I was in the middle of talking. It's awful abusive of you to cut me off while I'm speaking.
It is.
I'm speaking.
I'm just giving you back your own medicine.
I'm speaking.
I'm giving you back your own medicine. I don't respect you.
I'm speaking.
I don't respect you.
I'm speaking.
I don't respect your thought process.
So anyway,
I literally don't respect your thought process.
Who cares what you respect?
Who cares what you respect?
I mean, do you want to have
Why should I care about you if you don't give a shit about me? I don't give a shit about you. If you don't give a shit about me, I'm going to show you what it feels like to have somebody not give a shit about you, but I'm not going to gaslight you and pretend like I give a shit. I'm just going to tell you I don't give a shit about your
So
type.
then there's a difference between
I don't
the
give
two
a shit
of us.
about you. You're a piece of shit. You're only
between the
here
two of
because
us
your sex life sucks.
is I actually
do you
do
want to
care.
do you want to go there?
Wow.
Do you
Yeah,
wanna
go there. You're only here because you children.
Okay. I thought we weren't going to talk about
I
that.
thought, Bo, hang on. You can dish it out, but you can't take it.
I gave you explicit boundaries that you were
And
not
I just
supposed to
broke your
cross.
boundaries because I don't give it. Because I don't give it.
You didn't give me boundaries. Get your wife on the phone.
What would you like to talk to her about?
I would like to ask her how the sex is.
Okay.
Wait, that's crazy. Come on, let's.
I really would.
That's abuse. Abuse. She's abusive. She's a psychopath. She's manipulative. She's a narcissist. I actually
started
can't
losing it.
stand this archetype of person in the real world. Like, we all know this person. This is every school teacher you've ever had. The person whose eyebrows is always up like this, and their head's tilted to the side, and they nod as you talk because they know the truth and you don't, so they can just be condescending to every point that you make. Regardless of how valid it is, they're just going to have their eyebrows up and their lips like this and nod as if you're a child. I can't stand this archetype of person. These are the people that go to school for 4 years and get a degree in psychology, and now they think that they can
Hit the thumbs up button, guys. Hit the thumbs up button.
diagnose everybody around them. And by the way, TikTok made this issue bad. It exacerbated this issue by far. When TikTok came out, I remember it. You had regular women starting to diagnose people on psychopathy and narcissism. Regular women
Right.
that don't know anything about these topics. And the funniest part about these types of people is they're the same people that will allow bad people into their lives.
Right.
So they can tell you everything about people mentally, but they can't monitor the bad people that are coming into their lives. Brenda, if you're so good at psychology, why do you keep complaining about the shitty man in your life?
Right, exactly.
Use your
Keep choosing.
psychopathy or your psychology to avoid these people.
Right.
Why would I listen to you when you can't even monitor the people in your life? Sounds like I need to be doing the exact opposite of what you say.
Right.
Brenda, you got this show. Every man you dated can't be shit. You done got 2 kids by 2 different men.
Oh, really?
And you
Oh,
gonna
wow.
tell me about psychology?
Oh, she got 2.
Seems like you need to monitor the people in your own life. Telling me.
He probably is. He divorced you, right?
No, I divorced him.
Oh, well, that actually makes more sense.
So look, if you want Andrew to respect the boundaries, you can't be slinging.
But here's the thing, Brian. He didn't give me boundaries. He didn't give me. I
just
gave him
comment.
boundaries. He did
Has
not
he-
say you can't do this. You
You
can't do
said
that.
you're responsible for my
Listen.
emotional health.
We can put the no button in the middle, and you can use it too if you would
Okay.
like. Do you need
Yes, put it
boundaries
there.
too and consent?
Yes, put
Do you
it
need
there.
a safe word? It's no.
Put it there. So here's the boundary.
Now you feel safe.
You
You
ready?
can say no whenever you want.
Okay. When I hit the no, that means stop talking.
Okay.
Okay.
Agree. Okay.
Do you think you can do that?
Can I show my ass on camera every time you say no?
No,
No, we're
Why?
pass on that.
because that would violate the terms of service.
What's the terms of service that I
That you
can't show
can't
ass?
show your ass on camera.
I never signed anything that said I couldn't.
So you're going to
We're
break
on
the
YouTube.
TOS.
What's the TOS?
Nick, just intro if you have to.
What is it?
It means
We're on YouTube
Yeah.
and Twitch. You can't show.
You guys, I'm old. I don't know what these things are.
You know what YouTube is.
I don't know the
Stop
rules.
lying through
Do
your
I
teeth.
seem like I follow rules?
Okay, but would you?
You don't seem like you're even rational or coherent.
Right.
I'm not rational to mainstream society. I'm
Okay,
not.
so
I'm a
let's-
divergent.
Okay, so-
Obviously.
You can be divergent and be rational.
No, not
Yeah.
necessarily. No,
Yes.
not these days. No, you can't.
Yes, you
no,
can.
you literally can't.
Yeah, you literally
do you like
Do you
Trump?
literally
Are
know
you
what the word
supporting
literally
Trump?
means?
Are
'Cause
you
it literally doesn't mean what you
Are
literally
you
think.
supporting Trump? I'm asking you a question.
Yes.
Look at you. Of
course.
Okay, look at. There's an area our Venn diagram intersects.
So what does that have to do with the price of tea in China?
Let's say,
Okay.
let's just pretend
Okay.
Trump was my dad.
Uh-huh.
Let's just pretend.
Yeah.
Would you give me a little more respect?
No.
None?
No. I would treat you exactly how you treat you. I usually match people's energy. So if
Same,
they're being lunatic assholes, then I'm a lunatic asshole.
Same.
Yeah.
High five.
You know, so just so you know, yeah, I don't want to touch you. Don't want to touch you. But here's the thing, right? No, don't do it. Don't touch me.
Nick,
Don't.
intro.
Shout out to Brian from the Whatever Podcast, and shout out to Andrew Wilson from the Crucible, because you'll find when you having these conversations and you trying to rationalize with somebody who's clearly unrational, it's a very hard thing to do. So shout out to Andrew Wilson. I thought he did a pretty good job. That lady was by far the most emotionally manipulative in the room. Basically, what she was trying to do was set a tone so that everybody would have to pander to her emotions in order to have.
That'd be the same type of chick. And women like her, you gotta watch out, fellas. Women like her. She be the same type of chick when they said you did something to her. You know what I'm saying? If you somewhere alone with her, women like that, you gotta be careful. For real, for real.
Have a conversation with her, because if anybody criticizes or goes against
hug her too long or some shit, she'll take that and flip that and some other shit and start crying and have your ass in jail.
what she believes to be her rightful opinion, then they must be attacking her personally. This is the same type of person that when they do something stupid and you point out what you just did was stupid, they'll go, I'm not stupid. No, I'm not saying you're stupid. I'm saying what you did was stupid. So yeah, these are very hard. That's a very hard type of archetype of person to deal with and to have a conversation with. Yeah, and as far as a relationship, it's damn near impossible because they're not going to be able to receive criticism. It's not.
Yeah, that's crazy. Anyway, man, this is the Poor Man's Podcast Reacts. Check out his YouTube channel and the Whatever Podcast. But yeah, her ass is crazy. You can tell that. I mean, I came in and said Andrew is attacked by a single mom who called him predator. See what I'm saying? See, I was just saying that. I didn't even read the title. I said that's the type of chick that to say you did something to her if you was with her by yourself. You know what I'm saying? If you had some major paper. Them type of women like that. Women like that are scary, man. You gotta be careful. Anyway, what do y'all think about this video, man? Leave your comments. Subscribe to Charles Arnaz World. Oh yeah, check out some of my other videos too, man. I got some videos at the bottom of this one y'all can check out. And let me know what y'all think.